my milk thistle. It's really going nuts these days. I just harvested a large bunch of leaves, although the seeds are the most active part of the milk thistle plant, and it doesn't look like I have any. Maybe I won't get any. I have lettuce. Here's my mint. We've been having mint tea every morning and sometimes after meals. This is the beautiful moringa that is really doing amazing. I see that I have a couple of blooms here. There's a set, which I believe means I'll get seeds. And look how thin how thick the tree gets. So it really does, once you get it started, it does grow fast. You can see it's taller than me now. Only a couple of weeks ago I brought it out here. I think I told you guys it was like 5'2". Much taller than me now. Here's my lemon that the grasshoppers have gotten. I'm just going to winterize it, and if it survives, I'll bring it back out next year. If it does not survive, I will be growing lemons, and I'll just be going to get them from the store weekly. These are my ground cherries. I went ahead and let them dry out, so I'm going to pick them. They're not worth the trouble of growing to me, so I won't grow them again. But here's my raised bed and the shape it's in. The oregano has gone nuts. The basil, I replanted just from a clipping though, so it's going to flower way at this short a size. But that doesn't matter because I now have some purple basil that I think will go nicely with our juicing that we do daily. This is my cilantro, red peppers. I don't know if any of those bad boys are turning red again or not. No, one turned red and I cooked with it, ate it. Swiss chard, green onion, alternating rows of spinach, Samson, and Caesar. Peppermint starter. This is a small version of my tomato that I was going to be growing inside, but I'll just start over again next season. It wasn't that hard. It's my backup lettuce. It's moringa. She's beautiful. I really love this tree. I've done some fall crop remodeling. This is my milk thistle leaves, absolutely flourishing. Okay, here's my very bare and unhappy looking plot on the side of the house, but I gave up on everything, pulled it, you know, between the rabbits and just the non-productive season for that type of vegetable. I just pulled it all and I said I'm going to start over and just try to grow a whole. Here I have my herbs that will go indoors. I had cilantro, oregano, and I really don't need to grow oregano. I have a ton of it. And green onions, and I had planted as new seeds purple basil. It's called purple opal basil or something. I transplanted my Swiss chard, so they're just recovering from that transplant. It was a little stressful for them, but I did so because I'm going to replace them in the raised bed with kale. This is my, y'all know what it is. Look at that bud. I don't know if I'm going to get seed pods though, because it's going to be cold tomorrow. And the minute this thing starts looking sickly, I'm going to chop it all the way down, harvest the leaves, and winterize for next year. My lemon tree, no blooms. Then again, I did not feed it the citrus feed that I have. Green onions. alternating rows of here spinach, lettuce, the Samson seeded lettuce, spinach, Caesar, and spinach. So the most rows of spinach because I eat them the most. And then alternating, I have regular Samson and Caesar. And eventually I'm going to have a speckled one that looks like Butter Crunch, but it's really, that really crisp green that Butter Crunch has, and it also has red swirls in it for color. So here's my oregano. I'm going to go ahead and pull it. I have an abundance of it. It is really, I'm getting to where I don't have anywhere to put it, and I may not even grow it for another year or two for that reason. Here I pulled up the green basil that I have. I've been using it in our cabbage juice, and I have replanted the purple opal basil. And one of the reasons I'm doing the purple opal basils, in addition to the color variation being a healthier, nutrient rich option, is that when we have our red cabbage juice, the more green that you put in that red cabbage juice, it turns brown. So just aesthetically, I want it to look nice. Look how nicely these turned out. You guys have been with me, well, a handful of you guys have been with me since these evergreens were babies. So just in a couple of years, they are like really great coverage for the day. Yeah, so anyway, these are my peppers. There are a lot of them. They're really great size. They're turning red, as you can see by this one here. When it gets cold, I think I will, which is tomorrow, I think I'll pull this smaller one just so that it doesn't take any more nutrients from this really big one that's producing a lot. And I'll try it inside. If it doesn't work, I'll just throw it out. Whatevs. Looks like that might be it. What's up, Maureen girl? Need that. So apparently I ain't even much playing because I have this pepper over here already, as I mentioned I would. These are sweet peppers. So I put it in its own little pot to take in with me tonight or tomorrow. And I'm gangster, so I went ahead and yanked up the entirety of the oregano, and oregano takes over apparently like peppermint does. So I'm either not going to grow it anymore, or so anyway, I pulled everything and planted more opal basil and another kale, because that's what I intended to do, and I'm a doer. Groovy smooth. A very quick fall crop video, because obviously fall is hitting hard. And I don't like the cold. I don't do cold. But there is the milk thistle going nuts. It seems like I should have really big stalks of flowers so that I can take the seeds. The seeds are what I really want for my brother. But anywho, this whole entire patch is now red cabbage, but I have some leftover things that didn't, fall crop type things that didn't come up before, that of course the weather is right for it to now come up. You can see clearly now these 4 kales, 2, 3, 4. They even look planted too closely together, because I'm sure I planted one, thought it was not a dud or not going to come up, and planted another one. And I have a mustard, a collard, and I haven't seen any of the red cabbage, but this whole plot is really supposed to be at this point red cabbage. But I'm just not going to pull those other things in case they come out really well. There's lettuce in the planter. There's peppermint here. I decided just to go ahead and make this all peppermint rather than half peppermint and half opal basil. Oregano, green onion, cilantro, and this will be opal basil. Red sweet pepper that I'll be taking in probably today because it's pretty chilly. Swiss chard, which was transplanted here. As those of you who watch my videos know, my prized moringa tree with its flower buds. I want to take it in. I don't know if it's just time to leave to harvest the leaves and cut it down or not, but I'm gonna wait till it starts looking sad, and it's not, because who knows, maybe I'll get seed pods from those flower buds. I doubt it, but who knows. Lemon tree that has to go in. I'll probably cut on it some more. So I have alternating lettuces and spinach. It's so strange it's not strange, it's so beautiful with plants how they know WTF, because as you can tell, my spinach was doing all kinds of bolting and just simply staying dormant when it wasn't bolting. And as soon as the temperature dropped overnight, look, now they're producing. Another sweet pepper tree. I'm going to see how many of the peppers on this thing. See how many peppers this has. Those two are turning red. So I just want to see how many of these will go ahead and ripen up for me for use. Okay, girl. I'll see you later, man. You look good, girl. You're so fine. Look at you. Got the little morning dew on your little leaves. Okay, so here's my lettuce. It's coming along beautifully. There's actually a web. There is a web from that evergreen to that evergreen, clear covering that whole area. So I'm shooting that from a distance. But there's my lettuce. Very nice, beautiful. Peppermint finally coming along before I had too much to work with, because I was the only one using it, and now Creaky is, so I can't beg it to grow fast enough now. But yeah, the Swiss chard I transplanted, it's doing well. This is going to be our last warm day. Lemon tree, it's going to have to go in, but as you can tell from the deck, it just rained this morning. I think we should be done. More lettuce. Here's my raised bed. Right in front of it I have the moringa tree. I put the moringa tree there because the raised bed and the evergreens behind it actually blocks the wind, and we just had a storm yesterday. Not from the rain this morning, that wasn't so windy, but we had a storm, and I didn't want my new tree to get knocked over. Now I'll tell you about the tree in a minute. Green onions there. My spinach that knows it's cooling off and is now producing, just now producing. More lettuce. I have Caesar here, Caesar lettuce. I use that a lot now. And here is the start of my first dinosaur kale. I have two over there, but they haven't come up. Is it raining again? And really, buddy? Oh man, my baby. Really? Oh, really? Are you mommy's baby? Are you mommy's baby? Are you mama's baby boy? Mommy loves you. You're my favorite boy. Now, as I was saying before, I got interrupted by the love of my sun. I have some dinosaur kale now, and I'm going to start, if that tastes better, not that red Russian kale is not great, but if dinosaur kale tastes better than red Russian, I may go that route from now on. That's what it's for. It's to experience and see. This is scarecrow ribbon, just so you know. Here are my red peppers. Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they beautiful? They're sweet peppers. I use them a lot. And they're just now turning red. So I'll probably get all of these peppers off before the season's over. And the lesson I have learned here is to plant only one plant, because originally the first year I did it, I did 6 of them. I did 2 of each color. Hey, what's up, Papa? Bitch ass. So I did 2 of each, which meant I had 6. Can you imagine me? I had 6 of these in this little small area. So the next year I was like, that's doing too much. So I had 3 in this small area. I was like, okay, still really over, all right. And the reality is, if I just plant one and give it room to bush, I will be just as, if not more, productive. This is a bloom from my moringa. Oh yeah, people eat those. Okay, people eat these in eggs. Oh well, I'm just gonna eat one, see what happens. But we're gonna need to wrench that off first though. So anyway, what I was talking about to tell y'all is this tree is doing a large version of what it does, of what it was doing when I had trouble growing it. And so now, like I was telling you, the lower leaves would turn yellow and then fall off. As you can see, I harvested all the leaves coming up, and so we've eaten most of them. So what I'm going to do is, when I see leaves starting to turn yellow like this, I'm just going to go ahead and take the branch. Now, what's also beautiful about this plant is it just gives you what it wants you to have. Like these leaves, and the leaves are so sturdy, almost feel like they're made of a soft rubber almost. Okay, so now again, the reason why I never took that one branch was because it had blooms on it, and if it was being fed nutrients, I didn't want it to die. And I would like to have been able to have a seed pod if I could this year, but I don't know that that's going to happen, which is fine because it will be next year, and this has already been established, so I will definitely have the full season next year. I was actually considering taking this thing inside and seeing if it didn't just continue to grow. I have to decide what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and take this branch too. Again, you pull it back and just snap it right off. Oh my God, really? Y'all, I messed around and lost my whole bloom fucking with y'all. Damn it. Okay, let's go into some eggs too. I should just go ahead and take this one off. Comes right off, and the leaves are very strong.
Okay.